Valentine's Day is coming up, so in today's video, I have some fragrances that I'm thinking about wearing for this upcoming Valentine's Day. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Before we get into the video, I do want to quickly introduce myself for those of you who may be new here. My name is Aisha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. As I said, the fragrances I'm going to share with you today are ones that are contenders for Valentine's Day for me. So I generally do some sort of Valentine's Day video every year around this time. However, this year I wanted to do it a little bit different because these are fragrances for my collection that I'm actually considering wearing. I'm not just giving you recommendations for you. These are ones that I'm looking at, and it's for like different occasions. So for instance, Valentine's Day is on a weeknight. I think it's on a Tuesday. So Valentine's Day is a weeknight. I will not be having a babysitter that night. So I know I personally will not be going out for Valentine's night. However, my husband is off. So during the day, we'll probably go to lunch or something like that. And then the evening, we'll hang out together at home. And we have a date night scheduled for, I think, the weekend before Valentine's. So I have like 3 kind of occasions that I'm thinking about. And the fragrances I'm going to talk about today are ones that like are on the table that I'm considering right now. Because, you know, for some reason, I guess I need to plan out my fragrances weeks ahead. So anyway, hopefully this video is still helpful for you all, but this is kind of like giving you guys a little sneak peek into the fragrances that I feel would be perfect for Valentine's Day for me. So let's go ahead and get into them. So these will be in no particular order. I'm just pulling out of my box. So first fragrance is none other than Tom Ford Lost Cherry. And I'm not even gonna spend any time on this, to be completely honest, because I talk about this fragrance a lot. This one is a love for me though, so I love the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel desirable, sexy. It's a boozy cherry almond scent that I happen to love. My husband loves it on me too, and he actually compliments me every single time I wear it. So anytime there's any type of date night, including Valentine's Day, this is definitely a contender. Now, because I have worn this fragrance so much, I don't know if I will actually wear it on my date night that I'm having for Valentine's Day, but definitely in the house date or the day date, this is definitely one of the top contenders. So again, that is Tom Ford Lost Cherry. This next fragrance is from Killian, and this is Love Extreme. So this is the newer version of Killian Love Don't Be Shy, and this is a beautiful orange blossom marshmallow scent that also has rose in it. That gives it a little bit of an added floral touch to the original Love Don't Be Shy. So this is sweet, but to me, it doesn't smell juvenile at all. It's quite sophisticated in my opinion, even more sophisticated than the original Love. Although the original Love is still my favorite, this one is overall easier to wear. And I'm thinking about wearing this during the day on Valentine's Day for whatever we go out and do, just because it's such a pretty scent. It's likable. I love the original Love, but my husband doesn't really love that fragrance. So I don't typically choose it for date nights unless I just really want to. But because I know he doesn't love that fragrance, he likes it, he doesn't love it, then it's not one that I typically go to for date night most times. So I think this one will be a good little compromise, great for daytime. I don't think it's gonna be that cold on Valentine's Day here. I think that this one plays really well in hot weather. So that's why it's one of my top contenders. So again, this is Love Extreme by Killian. The next fragrance is from Rosendo Mateu, and this is number 5. So I think this is probably the most popular one from the line. However, it's newer to my collection, but I absolutely love this, y'all. This is quite sexy. It smells like a musky vanilla that has some smoky and leathery touches to it, and a tad bit of sweetness, but it's almost like a sweet musk. It doesn't smell like candy sweet or floral sweet. Even though there are florals in this fragrance, it's just, it's so good. It's so good, it's so sexy, and this I think would be perfect for any of the things I may be doing on Valentine's Day or that night. I just think it's really captivating, different. I don't think, like if I wore this out to a restaurant, I don't think anybody's gonna be smelling like me. Yeah, this smells so freaking good. I am so glad I have this now. And I think that if I were to wear this, it would make a nice little scent memory for me. So definitely high up on the list. And y'all, as I'm looking at all these fragrances, I'm thinking, man, all of these would be so perfect. But unfortunately, I won't be able to pick all of them. But this one, oh my gosh, it's so good. So again, that is Rosendo Mateu No. 5. The next fragrance is from Guerlain, and this is Gourmand Coquin. I love this fragrance, y'all. I love it, and my husband loves it too. He doesn't know that he loves it, but every single time I wear this, he compliments me on it. It is a beautiful chocolate scent that to me smells like there's also some raspberry, a little bit of booziness to it as well, and a little bit of powderiness, but it's not a powdery scent, but think like chocolate dust, chocolate powder. It is so beautiful. It's sweet, it's sexy, it's flirty. Probably if I were to wear this, it would probably be on the actual Valentine's Day at that night. So the night when we'll be home having our little date night in, this would work really well for that because it's not a super strong scent, but I feel it's quite sensual. It makes me feel just delicious and yummy. And honestly, whenever I think about fragrances for any occasion, but especially dates, I like to wear things that I feel very confident in, that give me that type of feeling. It's not so much about the other person, it's more so about how it makes me feel. Now, for my husband, of course, there are some that I know that he doesn't like, so I'm not gonna wear those on a date generally, especially not on Valentine's Day. But for the most part, these are fragrances that I just feel some kind of way when I wear them. So just want to put that out there. Anyway, this one is Guerlain Gourmand Coquin. The next fragrance is from Zerjoff, and this is Dama Bianca. So this one I'm thinking may be a good choice for our day date. This is a beautiful, feminine, flirty vanilla scent that has some florals in it as well, but to me the vanilla is the star of the show. The florals are there and they're prominent, but I think of this as more of a vanilla scent. This vanilla is also a little bit fruity. I believe kumquat is the fruit in this fragrance, and it gives it like a different take on a fruity vanilla floral fragrance. Also, the vanilla in this is deeper than what you probably would expect from this type of fragrance. So before I got this fragrance, I heard it was just a very pretty girly scent, but the vanilla in this is something special. It is like a darker, drier vanilla. It is not a cupcakey vanilla. It has a little bit of spice and maybe a little tiny bit of smoky booziness going on, but that doesn't overpower the scent. It still managed to be a very pretty feminine scent, and I love it. So again, that is Zerjoff Dama Bianca. The next fragrance is from Fragrance DuBois, and this is Minuit et Demi. So I love this fragrance, y'all. This is one that grew on me. It was not one that I loved immediately, but the longer I've had it, the more I have fallen in love with it. And I think it's a super sensual scent. So to me, this smells like caramel and coffee, some spices, a little bit of smokiness, possibly some tobacco, but it's all blended together very well. Nothing sticks out in this fragrance like a sore thumb. Like you can smell those notes that I mentioned, but they're all like, they just smell like they're supposed to be together. This fragrance smells very high quality. It's not a beast mode fragrance, but I feel like this would work well for a dinner date or even just a date at home. I think this will work well for both of those because although it's not a loud scent, if somebody's sitting very close to you, they will definitely be able to smell it on you. And I think it's one of those fragrances that when you smell it, you want to keep smelling it. Like somebody is going to want to get closer to you when you're wearing this. And I just feel really sexy wearing this fragrance. So high up on the list of contenders, y'all. Like if I was going to wear this out on like my actual date nights, I think if we were going somewhere like dark and very like cozy, intimate, this would be a perfect type of choice for that. Not gonna make you stand out amongst the crowd, but like I said, if somebody's sitting next to you, they're going to smell you. So again, that is Minuit et Demi from Fragrance DuBois. Next up, I have Parfums de Marly Oriana. So this is a pretty feminine, girly scent that I happen to love. I have reviewed this, and in that review I told you guys that the performance is not outstanding on me, and I still agree with that. However, I do have a body oil that I pair this with, and it has improved the performance significantly. So I'm thinking this is definitely a contender for me for daytime, because it's just so flirty and fun and pretty and sweet and fluffy, and it just makes me feel very womanly, very feminine, very pretty. And yeah, I don't know what I'm doing during that day but whatever I'm doing, I feel like this could definitely work. It's not offensive at all. It's not too heavy, so it's not gonna get on anybody's nerves. And I just think that anybody that you're around would love smelling this on you. I'm not sure if I actually explained how this fragrance smells, but it is a fluffy raspberry, orange blossom, marshmallow scent that you can smell other nondescript florals in the background of this fragrance as well. So again, that is Parfums de Marly Oriana. Next up is from Zerjoff, and this is La Capitale. So to me, this is strawberry, caramel, and leather. It is gorgeous, it's unique. It's sweet, but it's not overly sweet. It's something about the way the caramel and leathery facets kind of mix that just smells very sexy to me. I think this would definitely be a contender for date night. I don't think this is really an in-the-house fragrance for me. It's kind of too much for me to wear in the house, but going out on a date, I definitely think the way that this radiates off warm skin is just immaculate. I don't wear this one very often because I kind of feel like it's more of an occasion scent. And to me, it's not that casual, but it is sexy. So Valentine's Day date night, this one could be the one. And it's not one that I wear very often. So I feel like if I wore it on Valentine's Day night, date night, then I would probably form a scent memory for it. So again, that is Zerjoff La Capitale. The next fragrance is from Initio, and this is Absolute Aphrodisiac. So y'all heard the name, right? I have talked about this fragrance so much. I don't really need to spend any time on it, but this is a sexy, spicy vanilla scent. It also smells like there's some musk in here, and there is definitely a little bit of an animalic tone to it, which to me just makes it feel more sensual. This is one you have to try on your skin. When people describe it, it probably sounds basic, but let me tell you, it's not basic at all. It is so freaking good and addictive for me. So date night in or date night out, this is definitely a contender. I just feel very sexy when I wear this. Like, I do. I can't help it, but yeah. So this definitely had to be a contender for me. So again, that is Initio Absolute Aphrodisiac. The next fragrance is also from Initio, and this is Side Effect. So this is a beautiful, boozy, leathery scent that also smells like there's some dark fruits in it, possibly plum or black currant. And it's a little sweet from the alcohol in it, like rum or cognac or something. But it's not a sweet scent. This is more of a sultry, sexy, spicy scent. And it definitely has that leathery type undertone that I think is coming from saffron, if I remember correctly. But this is gorgeous, definitely sexy, definitely any type of date night approved. And so if I choose to wear this, it'll probably be on our actual date night that we're doing for Valentine's Day. I don't typically wear this one in the house. I have before, I'm not gonna lie. But I think of this one as more of a going out scent, and it lasts forever too. So no matter if it's a 6, 7, 8 hour date, I mean, I don't know how long we're gonna be out, but if it is, I know that this one will last the entire night. So again, that is Initio Side Effect. The next fragrance, I feel like is different from all the other fragrances that I mentioned in this video, but it's still a contender. So this is none other than Tiziana Terenzi Hlibop. And the reason I said this is different is because this to me is a more formal scent. So when I smell this, I get lavender and either vanilla or tonka, some other spices, possibly ginger, and definitely some zestiness to this fragrance. But to me, this fragrance is kind of more on the formal side, but it is a contender because although I don't necessarily think of this as a sexy fragrance, I think this is that type of standout fragrance that could really make itself known. So if I'm going out to dinner, and especially if it's like more of a busier restaurant, I feel like this is the kind of fragrance that will really stand out without having to overspray. It's something that will grab someone's attention. And I don't always want fragrances like that, but sometimes I do. So this is definitely a contender, you know, just depending on how I'm feeling that night and where we end up going. This is not an in-the-house fragrance for me at all, and not really a daytime fragrance for me either. But that date night, this could definitely get it if I really just want to be the center of attention. So again, that is Tiziana Terenzi Hlibop. Now this last fragrance I did save for last because I don't have much to say about it. It is brand new to me. I have never worn this fragrance. I did mention it in a haul, but it's honestly a contender for day date on Valentine's Day. So this is none other than Maison Margiela Replica On a Date. So although I haven't worn this yet, what it smells like to me is a boozy, fruity floral scent. And when I say boozy, I mean wine. It definitely smells like there could be some sort of wine note, like a red wine where you can smell a lot of the fruits present in it. It just smells really good, y'all. And I think this would work well for a day date because to me, it smells alluring. It's called On a Date, and that's the scene that Maison Margiela Replica tries to set. But I don't really see this for a night date for myself because I usually like something deeper for nighttime dates. But daytime dates, this could definitely get it. Like, I haven't worn it, so I don't know about performance or anything like that. But at first sniff, I love it. So I wanted to mention it because it is a contender, even though I don't really have much to say about it. I did want to let you guys know that this one is definitely in the running to be my Valentine's Day scent. So those are all the fragrances that I am considering wearing for Valentine's Day. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried any of these. What do you think of them? And what fragrance do you think you're going to reach for Valentine's Day? Whether you're going out with your special someone, or you're hanging out with your friends, or you're chilling at home watching Netflix, you still may have a scent picked out. If there is nobody that you think you have in your life to love on you on Valentine's Day, I hope you can love on yourself, okay? So let me know what fragrance y'all are thinking about wearing, if you're thinking that far ahead, or will you just like randomly grab on the day of. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I have tons of content, so definitely check out my channel and watch some of my older videos in your free time. Also, if you want to connect with me more, follow me over on my new blog. It is www.simplyaisha.com, and also follow me over on Instagram, and my handle is @simply.aisha.blog. I love to connect with you guys over there as well. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.